Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah. Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah.
Alhamdulillah, wa salam Allah, wa rasulullah. Welcome to another session of Sunnahfollowers Tawheed class. And for the class today, since you guys did such a great job yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and try to see how well you guys do with breaking down the meaning of another one of Allah's names, and then how to apply it as an attribute to yourselves. I want you guys to understand everything goes back to Aqidah, or your belief system. You can be a good person. You can have live your life doing a lot of good deeds. But if your belief system is corrupt, or your belief system is twisted, or your belief system is not correct, guess what? Allah does not accept from you, and should you die, you'll be in the hellfire forever and ever and ever. Remember, Allah says he does not accept any way other than the way of Islam. And so as Muslims, what we need to do is reevaluate our belief system on a regular basis. You want to check to make sure that your belief system is in sync with how Allah said it should be. And that's why, before I move on to a new topic or a new series, I want to take us back to the names of Allah to see if you guys understand Allah's names, because by learning Allah's names, you're learning about him. And if you can take those names and apply them to yourself, then that's how you develop the correct belief system. Remember, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says he was sent to teach us good manners, good character. By teaching us good manners, good character, he taught us Islam. Allah is everything good. Allah is everything good. To understand his names and apply them as attributes to yourself, that helps you to evolve into a person that truly submits to him, and a person that lives your life submitting to his will. You'd find it easy to go take that shot then. The coronavirus shot, for those of you who haven't taken it. Okay, with that said, let's put the name for today up on the screen. And I don't know what it is, but hold on, let me open up my PowerPoint website files. So here, give me a second. Yesterday, you guys did such a great job with the name, which name was it? El Ghafoor, I believe. Yes, just to review, yesterday we spoke about Allah's name, El Ghafoor, which means the forgiving, the exceedingly forgiving. We talked about how to be exceedingly forgiving means to be always ready and willing to forgive. Allah proves that he is always ready and always willing to forgive by instructing the angels to wait before writing down the sins that we commit in hopes that we'll repent. Also, he shows that he is always ready to forgive by not even taking the lives of those who don't believe in him. Even though there are many people that don't believe in him, in fact, most human beings do not believe in him, he still allows them to live long lives. Also, he shows that he is always ready and willing to forgive by forgiving us over and over again, no matter how big the sin was. And also after repenting, he holds his punishment. He withholds it. He'll take it away, no matter how big that sin was. And also he shows us that he is always ready and willing to forgive by allowing others to even intercede for us to take us out of the hellfire on the day of judgment. So those are some of the things we discussed yesterday that help to illustrate how Allah is El-Ghafur. And we talked about how we can incorporate this name as an attribute to ourselves by, number one, not holding grudges against others. And also by not punishing ourselves for the things we did in the past and have repented from. And also by speaking out on behalf of others and standing up for the rights of others. And also by not being unkind to people, because you never know when a person may become your brother or sister in faith. So you guys did very well on that name yesterday. And so today we're going to move on to a new name. Move on to a new name. And I hope everybody can see my screen here. And let me log on Facebook too. I forgot I'm not on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, but I'm not on there on my phone, so I can see what you guys are typing. Because I want everyone to benefit from this lecture. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, here we go. The name for today is Shakoor. Shakoor. For those of you in the Quran Tajweed class, look at this name in Arabic. There's a shadda over the sheen. So that means you double. Shakoor. Shakoor. And what does that mean in English? That means the one who is most appreciative. So to understand the meaning of this name of Allah, we have to first break down what it means in English. What does it mean to be most appreciative? Anyone? What does it mean to be most appreciative? What does it mean to be most appreciative? If I say that someone is most appreciative, break that down in plain, simple, grassroots English. Anyway, I know y'all looking on dictionary.com. When y'all got the answer, let me know. I keep telling Muslims carry a dictionary, an English dictionary. Don't worry about trying to speak Arabic. Learn how to speak your language, English. Arabic's been translated. The things you need to know about in Arabic has already been translated to you. Learn it. What does it mean to be most appreciative?
I have a meaning from the Cambridge Dictionary, because that's what comes up. Showing that you understand how good something is or are grateful for something.
Wait a minute, say it slower.
Showing that you understand how good something is or are grateful for something.
Okay, that's one explanation. Anyone with a different explanation or a different meaning for Shakoor? The Cambridge English is a British English. If you guys can find something in American English, that's good too. If that might be different.
Assalamu alaikum. Most thankful.
Huh?
Most thankful.
Okay, great. That's American English. American English, guys, I want you guys to don't use the Cambridge Dictionary. Because, for example, Americans say pants. British people say trousers. Okay, it's a different, we don't speak English. We speak slang. So I want y'all to break it down in the most simplest terms. Why do you think I teach in grassroots American English? Because even the British speaking people and Australians can understand slang American English. So go ahead again, Lucy. What does it mean to be most appreciative?
Most thankful.
Okay, appreciative is to be thankful. It's a synonym for thankfulness. So when we say that Allah is the most appreciative, we are saying he is the most thankful. Does everybody understand that? Shakoor. He is the most thankful, the most appreciative. And Anissa, read your meaning again. So I want y'all to see the difference between American English and British English. What did you say yours said, Anissa? Read yours again, Anissa, so they can see the difference.
So I got to click on this button. Showing that you understand how good something is or are grateful for something.
And this is a problem that a lot of the Daya have today. I was speaking about this earlier in the Zoom room. A lot of some of the people that are here with me, not all of them care for me. It's a point I was making. Okay, and I could care less if they do or not, to be honest. But the reality is, I'm all they got because I speak in their dialect. Because the British definition for being appreciative is not the same as the American definition. So do you see what the point I was making, Fresno? A lot of people listen to me because I'm all they had. But don't think that if there was somebody else to come along that can break things down where they understand you, they would run away from me in a heartbeat. They trade me in for Ethel in a heartbeat. So don't get it twisted or diluted. I ain't. You get what I'm saying, Amina? So that's why. And for you Daya out there, a word of advice to you. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said you have to be able to speak in the language of the people. He said as a Daya, you cannot speak above them. British English is above American English. And you cannot speak beneath them. You have to speak to the people on their level so that they can understand. The prophet used parables about camels and sheep because that's what the Arabs understood. He spoke to them on their level. The way I communicate, my dawah is designed for American converts and American Muslims. I'm speaking to them on their level, not above them and not beneath them. But if I did come in here using British English, I'd be above them. And they wouldn't understand what I was saying. So a word of advice to Daya, if you want to make a career, it ain't no money in it, but if you want to make it a life of teaching others the religion, you have to learn the language of the people and speak to them on their level. And there's a lot of Daya here in America that come from overseas. Your English is horrible. And I strongly recommend that you take some English classes. Go to some school and take basic English classes, urban English. So that way the people understand what you're saying. Because that's a great example as to how British English is not the same as American English. Okay, now with that said, what does it mean to be most appreciative? It means to be the most thankful. Allah is Shakoor. Allah, he is the most thankful. So now, how does Allah show us that he is the most thankful? How does Allah show us that he is the most appreciative? How does he show us this? Anybody? He shows us every day that he is most appreciative. How does he show us that? Anyone? Go ahead.
Every morning he returns our souls to our bodies.
MashaAllah, the fact that Allah returns your soul back into your body is proof that he is thankful and appreciative. more than anyone else. Because how many people would do that? A lot of us disobey Allah. We live our lives committing sins all the time. But Allah still allows you to wake up every morning. Maybe it's one deed that you did. Maybe the fact that you fed those birds this morning. The fact that you sat outside like Sister Gracie and spent your morning feeding the birds. Allah could have been so appreciative that he said, okay, I'm going to forgive the fact that she used profanity today. I'm going to forgive the fact, that she didn't do this, or I'm going to forgive the fact that she angered someone because she showed mercy to another one of my creations. That's how Allah shows his appreciation. That's how Allah shows he is the most thankful, by putting your soul back in your body, despite the fact that you may have done some terrible things. And we all know we do terrible things, right? Okay. So anyone else?
When you're dealing with hardships and you don't give up on Allah and you still continue to show your appreciation by walking towards him, he comes running to you.
Okay. Okay, show me now. That's not really a good one for this part. This is how Allah shows. That's really talking about how you would show. How does Allah show us that he's most appreciative? Maybe
when we do one good deed, he rewards us 10 times.
There you go. The fact that if you do, good job. Who was that? Israel or Zaytun? Who was that? Israel?
Israel, yeah.
Yeah, that's thinking outside the box. The fact that if you do just one good deed, Allah will reward you up to 700 times for that one deed. Shows how he is the most appreciative. Think about that, guys. Something as simple as picking up some garbage off the street. You leave your house to go check the mailbox and you see a carton laying on the ground. You shake your head and pick that carton up and throw it in the dumpster. Something trivial to you. But that was a good deed. You kept the earth clean. You kept someone from getting hurt. So Allah will have that one good deed written down up to 700 times for you. That proves how appreciative he is. Who else would do that? You do one good deed for me, I'll say thank you and keep it moving. You do one good deed for Allah, he'll say thank you to you and give you about $700 on top. SubhanAllah. Great example. Okay, so Allah is Shakoor. Shakoor. He is the most appreciative, the most thankful. He shows it to us by rewarding you up to 700 times for just one good deed. How else does he show it? You see how she answered that, Precious? That answer is
yes.
what we're looking for.
Okay.
Okay.
I got another one to try.
Go ahead.
Okay. How about when you're one who consistently offers sunnah prayers, and when you're no longer able to offer them, he still rewards you for them?
Exactly. Let's reword it though. The fact that Allah rewards us for doing things that we are not even obligated, that we are not even obligated to do. You don't have to ever in your life do a sunnah prayer. I don't have to ever in my life do witr. I don't have to ever in my life do the sunnah prayers for dhuhr or the sunnah prayers to Maghrib. Allah is not going to ask you about them. But despite the fact that these are things I don't have to ever do, when I do them, Allah shows his appreciation by rewarding me for them. Does everybody see it? That shows how he's better than us. You take out my trash when I didn't ask you to. I may say, well, he took out my trash and keep it moving. But if you take out the trash for Allah, he's going to give you a whole bunch of blessings and forgive you of your sins. He's not going to let it go unanswered. Whereas a human being may let something go unanswered that's done for him that you didn't ask that person to do. Do y'all get it? Does everybody get it? So that shows how Allah is more appreciative and the most thankful. Okay, Sister Antar, that's a little bit too narrow that answer down. Narrow your answer down. That's too general. Mina Antar. Okay, Pamela, she said, how does Allah show his appreciation or thankfulness? By answering your prayers. Good job. The fact that Allah answers the prayers of even the unbelievers. Let me take it even more. Do you guys know that Allah will answer the prayers of the unbelievers in this world? Doesn't that show how appreciative Allah is? These are people that don't even believe in him. But when they pray for rain, Allah will send the rain to them. He'll reward them in this world for any good deed they do. Any good deed that the unbelievers do, Allah rewards them in this world. That shows his appreciation. The fact that even though you don't believe in him, even though you associate partners to him, but if you do something good for another human being, Allah will reward you. That shows how appreciative he is. Does everybody get that? That's a great answer. The fact that Allah answers the prayers and rewards the unbelievers in this world shows how appreciative he is. Okay, give me one more. This is for
Can
give me
can
one
we
more.
say?
Don't ask me, can we say? Who is that?
That's me. Okay.
Oh, you get off that mic, big mouth, and get it together.
I didn't even try today.
You know darn well you don't come in here without that certainty of faith. Hello.
Okay. Can we say the way that Allah shows his appreciative is by showing us the rewards he has in store for us?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get back. What was your answer now?
Can we say the way Allah showed he's thankful, he's the most thankful, is the like the fact that he showed the rewards that are waiting for us if we pass like his test, like the way he shows,
yeah.
like, you know.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. Okay, also the fact that Allah tells us of the things that are in store for us when we obey him also shows his appreciation. He lets us know, I'm going to give you a palace. For example, the women of this world who enter paradise, they will live in palaces and they will live in mansions. And they will wear crowns on top of their hijabs. And they will be dressed in dresses of silk brocade. That all they have to do is reach their hand up and pick it off a tree. all because they lived their lives in this world obeying him. See, Allah shows his appreciation to us and his thankfulness to us by letting us know what good can come to us. He doesn't have to do that. Allah didn't have to tell us what's in store. And by the way, the women of paradise will wear hijabs. Any daya or any human being, be it a male or a woman or a jinn, because a lot of jinns too, that tell you that the women in paradise will walk around without a hijab on, that person is a liar, a liar, a liar. And you better run away from that person and stop listening to him. There's some famous speaker going around Facebook. All the people love this ignoramus man. And he's got all these lectures talking about women in paradise without hijabs on. He's an imbecile. And I challenge him. I challenge him to meet me, to name the day, name the time, and meet me on Zoom. And bring his evidence. And I'll bring mine. Let's have a showdown at the OK Corral. You famous. You gonna bust hell wide open, Aki. Lying on the law. And all your followers with you. All right. Okay. So again, the simple fact that Allah tells us the things that are in store for us if we live our lives being good shows he's appreciative, because he doesn't have to tell us anything. Okay, so these are some of the things that we've come up with. How does Allah show he is the most appreciative and thankful? Well, by returning your soul back into your body. By the fact that if you do one good deed, it's written down up to 700 times for you. The fact that even if you do things that you don't have to do, Allah rewards you for them. The fact that Allah even rewards the unbelievers in this world. And the fact that Allah even lets us know what's in store for us in the hereafter shows his thankfulness and his appreciation. So now, what I want you guys to do is look at these five ways of showing appreciation that you have come up with. Take one of those 5 ways and tell me how you can incorporate it into yourself as an attribute. And it has to be from the 5 that are listed. You can't make up your own thing here. Take one of those 5 answers and turn it into an attribute for yourself. In other words, how can you adapt that as an attribute for yourself? Who would like to start us off? Let me put it back up on the screen.
I'll take the first one.
Okay, go ahead.
As soon as, Allah.
Wait a minute, read it off so everybody on Facebook can hear it, and then give your answer.
The fact that Allah returns your soul back into your body is proof that he's thankful and appreciative more than anyone else, despite having done terrible things. As soon as I wake up in the morning, Allah returns my soul back. I would sit before I do anything and take the time to thank Allah and look around me and, promise to do something that will please Allah that day.
No, you basically answered what you would do because Allah did that. I want you to take this action. The fact that Allah returns your soul back into the body. How can you make that something that you can do? You can't put nobody's soul back in their body, but is there something that you can do that like this? He puts your soul back in your body as a way of thanking you. Even though you've done for the one good thing you may have done. How can you incorporate that behavior into yourself? None of us can put a soul in, but can you do something else? You want to add, I don't want to know what you would do as a result. How can you make it an attribute? To make an action an attribute, none of us can put a soul in, but can't you do something else that will show thankfulness and appreciation for someone despite the terrible things they've done? Y'all get it? Anyone else? You can take any of these 5.
The fact that Allah returns your soul back into your body, we can let the people we love to let them know that we love and appreciate them for everything they do.
Despite, that's good.
Despite the wrongs they've done to us.
Exactly. See how she turned that into an attribute. We can't put a soul back in the body, but we can take, oh, let me look how big this got. Let me make this smaller. I'll have room. We can't put a soul in the body, but we can take the time to let those who we love know how valuable they are to us, despite the fact that they sometimes, see how she did it, Israel, may make us angry. Okay, the key word here is, Allah gives you life, even though you may have done something terrible. Well, I can't give life to anyone, but I can still have compassion towards the people that love me and let them know, that I appreciate their love, even though they sometimes make me angry. You get it now, Israel? You see how she did it? That's how you take it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, do it like that. Take the action and make it an attribute. That was a hard one. Who was it that made that answer? Did Big Mouth get that answer, or was it?
Yeah, it's Big Mouth.
Big Mouth, I'm proud of you. You've grown a lot. That was very good, because I didn't think nobody would get it, but you did. Mashallah, I'm proud of you.
I want to try the second.
Okay, go ahead.
The fact that if you do just one good deed, Allah will reward you up to 700 times for that one deed shows how he is most appreciative. How can we incorporate that into an attribute for ourselves, being thankful and grateful that Allah has 2 assigned angels for us to record our good and bad deeds?
How is that of any benefit to you?
Well, I don't have to keep count. I don't have to keep.
Anissa, try it again.
Oh.
No, I want y'all to remember to take it. Don't explain it. You're still trying to explain why. Oh, the reason why? Because the angel, we don't care. You can't see the angels. You don't know nothing about the angels being there except that Allah said they're there. How can you take the fact that, let's try this again. Let's look at the second one. The fact that if you do one good deed, Allah has it written down 700 times. What can you do? How can you incorporate that action into yourself, Anissa? One good deed is written down 700 times. How can you make that an attribute for you? You don't have to think that the angels ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah. By remembering Allah more.
No, you're giving another reason. You're giving you're talking about things to do to get the reward. No. Explain how you can be a person that writes down something 700 times. Everybody get it? Don't try to explain the answer.
How about
let me go on Facebook for a second, guys. Let's see. Let me see what Brother Ahmad wrote. Brother Ahmad, stick to the answers given up here. Let's see. Antar. Oh, that's a different answer. Sarah. Okay. Okay, look at the answer Sakina gave. Let's take number 2. The fact that if you do just one good deed, Anissa, Allah will write it down up to 700 times to show his thankfulness. How can you make that an attribute? Well, Sakina said you can make it an attribute by if someone does something good for you, Anissa, you pay it forward by doing something good to someone else. Good job, Sakina.
Excellent, Sakina.
You need to be
Thank
in
you.
the Zoom room, Sakina.
Thank you.
Mashallah. Okay, that's the perfect answer. I didn't think nobody would get that right. I didn't think anyone would think of pay it forward. Have you guys ever heard of the pay it forward system? They
Yes.
made a movie about it.
Yes.
You know, just because my granddaughter woke up this morning and said, I love you, Ma, I'm going to pay it forward by calling up my mother and say, Ma, I love you. She'll pay it forward and call her mother, Ma, I love you. And we'll go through 700 people. You could go through 1 million people saying, I love you. That's the pay it forward system. Allah will make one good deed count to up to 700. So I'm going to pay it forward. Anytime you do something good for me, I'm going to do something good for somebody else and tell them do something for somebody else. Look at that. The pay it forward system. Sakina, good job. I'm so proud of you, Sakina. You and Big Mouth. Mashallah. Let me write that down. When someone does a good deed for you, you in turn do a good deed for someone else. That's the best way to incorporate the fact that Allah rewards up to 700 times into yourself as an attribute. If we did that, girls, look at all the good, it'll make you appreciate Allah too. If I think about all the good deeds that somebody did to me, okay, I'm gonna take it let's look at today. My daughter came to visit me. That's a good deed. My granddaughter said she loved me. Another good deed. My granddaughter put my flower together. Another good deed. My manager gave me an extra key. Another good deed. My neighbor told me that she was sorry. Another good deed. My cat licked my wound today. Another good deed. Nina Fresno made me laugh today. Another good deed. Sabrine made me laugh. Another good deed. Latifa made me feel loved. Another good deed. Anissa made me happy. Another good deed. That's 10 good deeds that I have to pay forward. I'm teaching on the website, 11 good deeds. If we were to sit down and count all the good that someone did to us today, I just counted 11. My mother called me too, 12. My brother Issa sent me a text, 13. Sheikh Morsi texted me, 14. Dr. Jamali called me, 15. Dr. Assam sent me a smile, 16. I got a box of books from my ex, 17. That is 17 good deeds that I received today. And if I pay all that forward by doing 17 good deeds for somebody else, whoa, wouldn't the world be a happier place, guys?
Yes.
That's the best answer. And I was hoping that somebody would get it. Sakina, A+, A+ for the day on that. Norto, A+ on yours. We all need to put the pay it forward system in effect. It'll make us more thankful and appreciative of Allah. It'll make us happier people, and we'll make others happy in turn. Good job. Okay. Anyone else? Take another one of these meanings and apply it as an attribute. Anyone else? Come on, guys, we got 3 more left.
The fact that Allah rewards us for doing things that we are not even obligated to do. We can give in charity. We're obligated, but we can give more. Then what?
Lisa, you still trying to
Oh,
explain. I mean, you on the right
man.
path with that one. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I just can't
Anybody
figure out.
else? Amina Fresno, what do you think? You weren't here for yesterday's class or the day before or the day before or the day before. So come on, Fresno. And don't you dare flip out with talking about somebody clowning you. Precious, where's Fresno? Oh, she in there?
I'm
Okay.
right here listening, but I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. What? Now what?
Just
How can I show
that's
what?
an easy one. Do the one that Nisa was getting ready to do. The fact that
What is
Allah rewards us for doing things that we ain't even got to do, how can we apply that? That's easy. How can we apply that in our personal life as an attribute? She
I
was
can
on the
apply
right
that
path, but
by-
she was busy trying to explain it instead of just giving an answer. Go ahead.
I can apply that to my grandson by thanking him for doing something he didn't have to do.
Exactly. Or better yet, since you walking, the fact that Allah rewards us for doing things that we don't have to do, in turn, you can do things that you don't have to do. You don't have to visit your grandson, but you choose to. Do you guys see that? Allah rewards us for doing things we don't have to do. I don't have to teach Islam. All I have to do is live it. But Allah's rewarding me for all the time I spend on this Zoom room with y'all.
Alhamdulillah.
So how can I show, how can I turn that into an attribute for me? Well, I'm going to take the time to do things I ain't got to do for other people. I don't have to pick my granddaughter up from work today, but I'm going to pick her up anyway and surprise her with dinner. You see that? I didn't have to bring her dinner and I don't have to pick her up because her mama getting her. But maybe I'll drive up and bring her a pizza because I know she loves pizza and say, I'm taking you. I didn't have to do it. There's a lot of things that we don't have to do. But if we do it, it's taking on an attribute, of Allah's, you rewarding someone else like Allah rewards us. I'm going to reward my granddaughter. Amina's going to reward her grandson. She ain't got to. Why did you buy me this? Oh, because I just wanted to. Because that's how Allah does. He rewards us for the things that we don't have to do. I didn't have to buy you a pair of shoes, but I bought you a pair because I saw these shoes. They made me think about you. So here's for you. I bought my granddaughter a shawl from Jamila Pasha. She don't need no clothes. Why'd you buy it, Mom? Because I wanted to. It looked like you. So, see how if we take these names of Allah and apply them to ourselves as attributes, we become true believers. Do y'all get it? This is why the prophet said, anyone who learns the meaning of Allah's name, I can do nothing but guarantee you paradise. But when he talks about learning, he means learn what they mean and apply them. If I was paying forward the good deeds done to me, and if I was buying gifts for people that I don't have to, look at what a good person I'd be. Look how attached to Allah I would be. Why you do it? Because Allah does it for me. Allah rewards me for doing what I don't have to do, so I'm rewarding you. See that, guys? So again, that's a great example, Fresno. How can you take that last one? And Anissa, stop trying to explain it and just give the example. You got it, but you still trying to explain, okay? So that third one, Allah rewards us for doing things we're not even obligated to do. How can you apply that? I will do things for people I love that I am not obligated to do, just to show my appreciation and love for them. You guys see that? The world would be a happy place if we had Allah's attributes. Okay, who's going to take the next one? Good job, Amina and Anissa. Good job, Anissa. You gave them the tool, you know. Good job. What about the next one? The fact that Allah answers the prayers and rewards the unbelievers in this world. How can you take that and make it an attribute for yourself? Anyone?
I'll try. The fact that Allah answers our prayers and rewards the unbelievers in this world shows that I should get in the habit of making dua in the good and the bad times in my life.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay. I will remember. Who was that anyway? Is that Israel?
Isho.
Oh, the twins on the ball. Big Mouth and her sister, the good one. The good and the ugly. Hello.
Okay, goodbye.
Although you ain't ugly, Norta. I will remember Allah in good times and bad times. That's the perfect answer, guys. The fact that Allah answers and rewards the unbelievers in this world. Remember, Allah says the worst sin that anyone can do is to deny him, to not believe in him. The fact that the unbelievers do not believe in Allah, yet he still rewards them with the rain. He'll still reward them, give them success in this world, even though they won't even admit that he exists. So how can I incorporate that in my life? Well, guess what? When times are bad, when life is kicking my butt, I'm going to still remember Allah. I'm going to remember his laws. I'm going to remember his obligations. I'm going to continue to pray. I'm going to continue to wear my hijab. I'm going to continue to fast and do the things I'm supposed to do, even when times are bad. Okay? That's for my mother, who's in here now. Okay? And when times are good, I'm not going to get so caught up in the good things that I become remiss and forget him either. I'm not going to stop praying just because I'm not alone. I'm not going to start drinking just because everybody else is having fun. So that's a great answer. How can we incorporate the fact that Allah hears and answers even the prayers of a kafir into ourselves by remembering him when times are good and when times are bad? Because what does Allah say? Man is always forgetful. That's something that we as humans suffer with. We're quick to forget. You would forget all the good things your husband did for you if he do something that you don't like. You would forget all the good that Layla's done for you if I say something you don't like. And you will forget Allah completely if things are going your way or if things are not. That's what Allah meant when he says we are always forgetful. See that? Good job. Okay, let's look at the last one. I think there's a last one, right? The last one is the fact that Allah tells us of the things that are in store for us when we obey him. How can we incorporate that as an attribute for ourselves? Anyone? Sabrine, you got your glasses on?
That's what I'm looking for. I don't see it. The last one?
Fresno. helper. Right here,
Yeah.
it says the fact that Allah tells us of the things that are in store for us when we obey him. How can you make that an attribute for yourself?
I can make that an attribute for myself by, which was, in fact, I'm going to read it to you first. The fact
Antar,
that,
get in here and help your friend.
the fact that Allah answers the prayers and rewards.
That's a
the
different one. We did that one.
Well, which one? The fact that Allah tells us of the things that are in store for us when we obey him. I can incorporate that in my life by the good things that have happened, that happen to me every time I am feeling down or I want to lose hope. Allah always shows me what is better, something good that happens to me or for me because I kept my faith.
Okay, good. Y'all hear what she getting at? Antar, she didn't need your help, Antar.
I love it.
Because
That's
she had the
beautiful.
shot. See what happens when you get the shot, Antar? Get the shot, you can think on your feet.
That was beautiful.
Like she said, the fact that Allah tells us of the things that are in store for us and we obey him when times are bad. She will reflect upon all the good that Allah has given her and never allow this life to cause her to lose her faith. Hello, Antar. There you go. Good job. The fact that, oh, how can I incorporate it? When times do get rough and hard in life, I think about all those times when Allah was there for me and pulled me out of my hardship. So I never lose the faith and I never lose hope in Allah. Hello, best answer of all. You got that, Antar? Your girl, because she had the shot. She know how to think on her feet.
And we, for the last one, the fact that Allah tells us of the things that are in store for us, I said, I will look forward to the reward Allah has in store for me and seek his pleasure and love instead of this world that has nothing to offer me but bitterness.
Okay, that's good too. I'm trying to make this smaller where I can get room up in here. Hold on. That's excellent too. That's excellent too. So do you guys get it? For those of you listening on Facebook, I know I ain't got that many followers because y'all think I'm loud. Y'all think, oh, like I said, you hate me. But I'm all you got right now because I speak this old twisted American English. You just waiting on the next person to come along who has a soft, sweet voice and who will accept all your male friend requests and maybe marry a couple of you. Well, they doing that now. Women doing gammy. Don't ask me. They doing gammy. Hello, marry you religiously and marry you Americanly. Hello, gammy you. Okay, until that come along, I'm just all you got. But do y'all get this? This is how you learn and benefit from the names of Allah. If we incorporated his names as attributes, you cannot end up nowhere but a green bird flying in paradise. So let's look at this name. Allah is Shakoor. 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 That means he is the most appreciative and the most thankful. He proves he is this to us by returning our souls back into our body, even though we may have committed sin, Also, whenever we do just one good deed, he will have it written down up to 700 times for us. Also, he will even reward us for doing the things that we don't have to do. And he will answer and reward the unbelievers in this world for the good they do. And also, he tells us what's in store for us if we live our life in obedience to him. That's how he proves and shows us that he is Shakoor. Shakoor. So now, how can we incorporate those proofs into realities in our life? Well, we can take the time to let those whom we love know how valuable they are to us, despite the fact that they sometimes may make us angry. Also, whenever someone does a good deed for us, we in turn will do a good deed for someone else. And also, we will take the time to do things for the people that we care about, not because we're obligated to, but just to show our appreciation and our love for them. And we will remember Allah when times are going good for us and when times are bad. And when the times get rough and hard in life, we will think about all the times when Allah was there for us, all the times when Allah pulled us out of our hardships, so we never lose the faith in him. And we never, ever, ever lose hope. SubhanAllah. That's Shakoor. I'm here to tell you people, you can listen on those other programs all you want to. You will never find another Layla Nasheeda. Remember, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said knowledge disappears with the death of the true scholars, the true people of knowledge. Just like when Sheikh Albani died, he took all that knowledge with him. When Sheikh Uthaymeen died, he took all that knowledge with him. When Sheikh bin Baz died, he took all that knowledge with him. When Aisha died, Ibn Abbas, all the companions, they took all that knowledge with them. When Layla Nasheeda dies, her ability to break it down in plain, simple American English will die with me. It can't be replaced. So take benefit from the people of knowledge. Like the Prophet said, you can't teach yourself this deen. You can ask me, Sister Layla, what are some books that you recommend? And I can say, oh, I recommend Sahih Bukhari. I recommend Sahih Muslim. Oh, Muwatta's pretty good. Fiqh Sunnah's pretty good. And the Quran. And you can go out and buy all those books. But I guarantee you, when you read them, you're not gonna understand any of them. Because as the Prophet said, the only way you're gonna learn this deen is to sit in the presence of the people of knowledge and learn from them. We have to break it down to you. You have to have someone that can communicate and break those hadiths down, because that person has the knowledge needed. And that's something that you're not going to find so easily. So you can sit around me waiting for that next daya to come, but I can guarantee you ain't going to be no next. When Layla goes, she takes her knowledge with her. When Sheikh Morsi goes, he takes his knowledge with him. Dr. Asim goes, he takes his with him. When Jamali goes, he takes his with him. No one can duplicate us. Just like no one duplicated Uthaymeen, no one duplicated bin Baz. It just don't happen that way. So benefit from the people of knowledge while they're here on this earth. Okay? All right, I want to thank everybody for joining and participating in this session. I am very proud of all of you. You all did very well. Sister Sakina, accolades. Norto, Big Mouth, accolades. Isra and Sabrine and Anissa, accolades. Fresno, accolades. I am very proud. I can see the growth. As a teacher, I can see the growth in all of you. Okay. All right. So we'll stop right here for today. Also, let me remind you, we do have another Akita class with Dr. Jamali. That will be at 9 p.m. Please stay here in the stay here in the Zoom room, and I'll broadcast it to you guys here on Zoom at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, for those of you on Facebook who enjoy learning from me, please go to our website, www.sunnahfollowers.net, and make a donation. Please, guys, it takes money to keep this Zoom room going, money for the programs I use to make the videos with, to put all that stuff on SoundCloud and YouTube. Please support this Dawah effort. We're not asking for thousands of dollars because we are not a masjid. All we're asking for is a few hundred. It takes $1,500 to run our website each month, to pay for all those expenses, plus the server, internet, and all of that. Please, guys, donate and support us. We are desperately in need of your donations. And your donations go to this website. They don't go in nobody's pocket, because alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed me and everybody else here with falus. We don't need nobody's falus. Okay, this is your way. Supporting this website is your way to earn that 700 rewards each day. Okay. All right. So thank you for listening, and we'll be back on at 9. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Thank you for listening.